my multiplication thing and put a 2. So now, what happens here? Or what are we intending to make happen? 10 iterations of the loop with the value multiplied by 2 every time. Does everybody see what's up with that? Or did I just go too fast there and it is just went, whoo. Let me run it, then it'll make more sense. Okay, so we're gonna go output. All right, this is not gonna run though, is it? Oh, wait, how is, oh, it's building an array. It's gonna keep the value. I gave you guys a bad, okay, last value. That's the way it's supposed to be. Okay, I told you wrong about the input value because the way that this for loop is going to work is it initialized that input with the 2, and every iteration of the loop it's going to remain a 2. And so if I were to run this, well, I need to put a time delay in here. Yeah, I didn't really practice these before coming in here. So anyway, okay, we're going to do, this is going to make it slow down. Yeah, there we go. 1,000 milliseconds per iteration. All right, so now when I run this, here's my output. What I did, you saw I hung it off of the value after the multiplication. So for every iteration, let me just run it with execution highlighting so you can see. Here we go. We're going to see both of them at the same time. What happens when we run James's concoction here? I can tell you it's not going to do what I want it to do, or what I told you it was going to do, but that's going to be the fix in a second. All right, so first iteration, we got a 10, I've got a 2, it's multiplying to 4, I'm getting 4 at my output, and do you see it running over and over again? Are you able to see the little blobs going through? Everybody see that? Okay, so what's happening is 2 is coming into my wire, getting multiplied by 2 and becoming 4 10 times in a row. It's doing the same thing over and over and over again. And that's not really very useful, is it? There's no point in even having a loop. So loops are useless in LabVIEW, right? No, we just need shift registers. That's how we get around this. So what we really wanted to happen to do powers of 2 was we multiply by 2, we take the result of that multiplication, and then upon the next iteration, we multiply the result by another 2. Then we're going to get the powers of 2. This is what the shift register is for. Okay, so I'm going to modify the piece of code, and I'm going to right-click on this and say, replace with shift register. And it's going to give me the other side of the shift register. You see that turn into a bigger block? I point it to this side, and that's where, I put the other half of the shift register. You have to put them in both halves. This is where you first put where the value comes in to the edge of the loop going out, and then where it's going to go to on the other side coming back in. So think of it, the shift register is to take the value that would exit the loop and bring it back around for another iteration. That's all it does. It just brings the value back around. This is so hard to explain. I hate the shift register, but once you get this, everything makes sense. I have a laser pointer in here. That would be good. Jenny, is the laser pointer back there? I'll just use this. Good enough. Okay. So now it will make more sense. Value comes in. This is initializes before you run any iterations of loop. You run the first iteration. Whatever occurs in the loop occurs, and the value goes into the shift register. The shift register for the next iteration, iteration number 2, or if they start with 0, iteration 1. The shift register, see the little arrow pointing on it? It goes around the edge loop and comes back here. So whatever goes in that comes back out over there. That's how you get use of the loops in LabVIEW and the data flow paradigm. It's the shift register. It's really the key to why you can even do data flow programming. So you get 2 coming in, then you'll get 4, then 8, then 16, 32. And I'm not just going to tell you that. I'm going to show you now again with data flow how that winds up looking. So, all right. So we got everything set up here. I've got my highlight execution on. I'm going to run it, and I want you to be able to see the output. I'm going to move the output to where everybody can see it. I'm going to make it real big. That's what I should have been doing earlier, is making these bigger. Okay. The way you can make your font bigger is double click it. I go up here to this. Once you get it highlighted, you can go change the font up here. And you'll figure these things out when you're fiddling with it. Okay, good. I've got a nice big 4 there now. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and run it, and you'll be able to watch the 4 update. Okay, so you can see everything going on. I think it's got a 4.8. There's an 8, then there's a 16, and then there's a 32. So this isn't worth seeing up close. Like if actually, if you're not able to see, I don't know how good you guys can see back there, but you might want to run that a couple times if you can't see, so you can see what's happening in that loop. If you can understand what's going on there, then that's really the essence of being able to program that right there. So
I understand it, I just can't figure out how to actually draw it, and I knew you were getting that.
okay, then let's go through it. What I think we should do is go through it one more time, where because we got really sidetracked on recording and the execution of actually making stuff happen, and also I did shortcuts because I was trying to get through it real fast, and we need to not do that. We need to take the straight path where everybody can see the old-fashioned way, no shortcuts. Because if I just do shortcuts, you don't ever know what's the way you're supposed to do that the first way, before you learn the shortcut. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Hey, my wire says connected to an undirected tunnel. It says the output that I have doesn't know that it's an output. How do I make sure that it knows that it's an output?
LabVIEW used to not do. It used to be simpler. They've gone.